Hey all, I'm back. Wild week we had. Two big blowouts, however, two one-point games, and of course, we had our winless wonders play to a tie. Fitting, I guess. Well, before I get to the games, I want to thank those of you who voted in our poll. It's official. From this point forward, Jim, you're Ruxin. The only thing that would bring me more joy than knowing that you are now Ruxin is having the Shiva by my side for another season. And that's looking good too. Hey, I know Ruxin is going to continue to complain about this because that's who Ruxin is. But the owners have spoken, and it's official, and it's a majority. You're Ruxin. Deal with it. Wow. I think I've said Ruxin in this video almost as many times as Anthony and Mark have changed their team names. Let's just get to the game, shall we? Okay, let's just get the painful stuff out of the way first. I want to start with the ugliest game of the week, quite possibly the ugliest game of the season so far. Team Frank, and yes, he changed it yet again today, I think twice. Team Collusion. They played to a tie. Now, a tie is bad enough, but when the tie is a 64-64 tie, well, that's pathetic. The two teams combined for just 5 of their 18 players scoring in double digits, with Drew Brees leading the way with 18 points. They had an unbelievable 10 players score 6 points or less between the two of them. And yes, Mark, I saw the email. And no, I will not decide this tie. You scored 64 points. You both deserve to lose, not get a win handed to you by the league manager. Sadly, these two teams will not meet again. Will either of these teams win a game this season? Vote in our poll this week. Okay, my Snorefest game of the week is up next, and Team Wilson dropped its 4th consecutive game, this time to Team Mirage. Wilson only had Aaron Rodgers in double digits with his 18 points, as the other 8 players all scored 8 points or less, including 2 zeros. Mirage, who entered the game as a mash unit, was carried to the victory by 3 players, including my co-sleeper of the week, Cam, No You're Not Superman, Newton, 33 points, 240 yards, 3 TDs through the year, plus the one he ran in on the ground, and the KC duel of Jamal Charles' 24 points, and the league's best scoring defense and biggest secret with 27. Mirage continues to lead the division after the 116-58 victory with a 5-1 record. All right, next up, the serious individuals went looking for the 3rd win in a row, but my privates proved to be too much for them to handle. 104-77, even with Des Bryant's pathetic 3 points earning him a Chump of the Week award. The series was led by Mason. I finally made a field goal Crosby's 15 points. That should tell you the whole story. When your kicker's your leading scorer, you're not going to win. All right, our 2 best games of the week coming up. First, Team Misfits tops Team Misfits tops Team Ruxin 90-89 on Antonio Gates' 10-yard 4th quarter reception. I think I heard Ruxin crying from 20 miles away when this happened. The game featured 2 chumps of the week. First, the Misfits. They've had Jimmy Graham give them an average of just under 19 points for the first 5 weeks of the season. This week, no catches, no yards. Patriots hold him scoreless. Team Ruxin was pumped up 2 weeks ago when he acquired Calvin Johnson. Since then, 3 catches, 24 yards, and a Chump of the Week award. I'd like to take a moment here to publicly thank Team Ruxin. If not for his diabolical ways, I would have Calvin and not the green spike wearing, 20-point scoring stud Brandon Marshall. Hey, Ruxin, thanks, buddy. All right, our game of the week. Playoff Bound and the captain both moved to 4-2 as the Playoff Bound ekes out the 120-119 win. The Bound was led by Player of the Week Vernon Davis's 30 points, 8 catches, 180 yards, 2 TDs for the 49er tight end. The captain did have one of my sleepers of the week in Noshawn Marino, who had 28 points on his 3 TDs and his 100 total yards. The captain was derailed this week in part because normally sure-handed Reggie Wayne, who did have his 1,000th career reception in the game, had 2 very bad drops on Monday night, which could easily led the captain to the tie or even quite possibly the win. Nice job, Reggie. All right, this week's featured game is going to be Team Mirage versus my privates. As our fantasy teams battle for supremacy, Anthony and I hope to be at Willow Park in Northfield, coaching the Norwood Blue Jays to the North Shore Youth Baseball Association Fall League Championship. A win on Saturday gets us to the Final Four Sunday. And if the day goes as planned Sunday, we will hoist the championship in the early evening and we'll both be 5-2 at the end of the night. Well, at least the way I plan it to be, Anthony. In other matchups, will Team Wilson continue to struggle and allow Team Frank their first win? Can collusion make Ruxin cry again? A serious individual has another tough matchup this week with the captain. Will Romo lead them to victory? And playoff bound and the Misfits each had a 1-point victory this week. Will one of them pull away early, or will they both be biting their nails Monday night as Purple Jesus invades Gotham? Should be a great week. Well, until next time, guys. Later.